Hello guys and welcome to the Max Talks Football FPL pod. Now we had a bit of a disaster last week. You were meant to see our drafts, myself, Lofthouse and Jacob, who hasn't bothered turning up today. But we had some technical difficulties, so hopefully everything goes well this week. Kyran, how are you doing?
I'm great. Just moved into my new place.
Nice, up in
I'm
Barnsley.
far away from it. Yeah, Leeds actually, that's what I'm
Leeds, you're playing for Barnsley, my bad, yeah. How's
There
it
we
all
go.
going? You got a good Wi-Fi set up? Because this is going to run throughout the season, this podcast.
A proper Sky fibre optic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Proper.
6G?
Don't know. Just paid the money. But I hope it's good.
FPL is back, Lofty. What are you saying?
You know, this is a big year for me in terms that I got to win. I got to win something. People are calling me empty house. I can't have people calling me empty house. I got no trophies in my house. So, I'm landing one right there.
Yeah, so we've been doing a league for 2-3 years now. We haven't even won the league. I won the head-to-head league last season, which I was over the moon about. So I've got I'm a bit like Arsenal. I've won a cup here and there, but it's the big one I want. And we've made some good starts. You've made a good start this season after Gameweek 1, which we'll roll into in a minute. But this was Team of the Week. Some strange names there. Leno was quite popular on a few FPL teams. Varane, Wan-Bissaka. Talk us through it. But there's some good names there as well. Saka and Haaland.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have gone for a few of these. I'm not having this. This don't do well most of the time. So, you know what, fair play, but yeah, not for me.
Not for you. Diassi, and you in a blue shirt. I'm just going to click what's on the left there, which might be grabbing your attention. So
I was squinting my eyes.
My final striker is Isak.
Okay, I wasn't
Newcastle.
Wasn't expecting that. Was not expecting that at all. A lot of guys with Jesus, but you're tripled up on Arsenal already. Isak, 12.7% owned.
Oh, it keeps going, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I really like him as a player. I'm watching him anyway. I know that's not just FPL, but I do think he is a good asset in 7.5 million. Newcastle, you know, that they're a proper side now. Eddie Howe's got him ticking, so I think it's a good
all the answers are there. You just got to put them all together.
Already.
You got to make tough decisions as a manager sometimes. I made a tough one.
Yeah,
I knew he'd do well. But I just couldn't afford him in the end.
Later on in that video, which we're not going to get to the end of it, but I do say there's a risk rotation risk. Wilson and him share minutes, and they did. But what they can do in those minutes, it looks like 5-1 against Villa. You could still get lots and lots of points. Wilson come on for Isak in the 68th minute, and Barnes on for Gordon on the same minute. So the dilemma's still there, rotation, but a hell of a start. But you didn't go with him.
Nah, I didn't. And you know what? I'm going to stick with that because I think that's going to, what you just said, I think that's going to happen more often. So I can't be dealing with that.
They've got a tough start.
I've got enough.
They've got a very tough start on paper. They have Man City away next week, Liverpool at home, Brighton away, Brentford home. So maybe looking further down the line, we could be looking. There's a little smile on your face there, which seems like maybe have rumbled some of your plans. But we'll save that for maybe game week 5. But a good shout from you. Barnes was in the 6.5 region as well. Lacking match fitness, but comes in with 11 points. That would have been a good Mbermo and Matoma other selection. Here's your team. Great start.
There we go.
86 points. Third in the Rags to Riches League. The name has changed. It's always changing. They will hate us. Talk about that team name first.
Because when you see me at the top, they will hate us. They're going to hate what's going to happen this year.
Who's they?
And you see,
who are you alluding to?
you know I am. we're alluding to. It's you, Jacob, the others. I can't even see on that thing. So the players I can't see yet, they're going to be part of the day. You see me on the phone there as well. That is me finding out about who's playing or not. So I haven't got links. So what a start! What a start! Eh?
Stone's not in the squad. Is that what it is there?
That's someone just told me that there, and about Gabriel as well. They just told me, so that's all right. Good to know.
The Akanji pick was good. Go on, talk us through the lineup here. Anana.
No, I mean, he got lucky.
Oh, no.
He got lucky. I'll tell you what, when he ran out and clattered someone, I said, oh God, not again. But I think he's back. I think that would just get the nerves out of the way.
What was
everyone
that?
else?
Let's talk about that VAR decision for a minute. We was texting and the ref came screaming over to the touchline. I'm thinking, well, he's obviously going to go like that and have a look at it. Fucking booked Gary O'Neill for moaning.
No,
well, I can't believe that. Could have been. You never know. He could have saved the pen. We could have got absolute haul. But yeah, a little bit lucky there. A pretty standard back three. Well, when I say standard, Akanji's a bit of a differential, but is the City defender. He starts tonight in the Super Cup. What was your thoughts behind picking him?
I just think, I don't know. I thought out of them, he does actually play quite a lot. Now, I don't know if that's going to carry on, so I'm going to have to look at that very soon, actually.
They're actually 1-0 down. Sorry to interrupt. They're 1-0 down at the minute. So you've got a back four of Walker, Akanji, Gvardiol and Ake.
I think that's going to be... Stone's out, isn't he? He's got an injury.
Stone's on the bench.
You know?
So's Diaz. So's Laporte, who we think's going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, so he's gone. So
it says heartbreak to me. Look, listen, heads up, I've got Akanji as well. I think it's a good pick, but this pep rotation... I do have Chilwell on the bench, which you do not. But we'll come to my team in a minute. You have Salah.
Yeah, I do. And I tell you, this week... this is the
get
week.
on to this week later. But yeah, he's got Bournemouth at home. He could have had a few more points, couldn't he, as well?
I like what I saw from him. Really did. He was getting in the areas. Obviously, Liverpool fan as well. You know, I can't just have none of them. He's important. I mean, look at that team, by the way. Look at that. That does well most weeks. So, you know, it's a good start. I mean, I can't do much more. Some
Pedro,
people on...
Mr. Sitter.
I was happy with his pens though. It's good that he's on them. But I tell you what, the thing with this team is that some are on a watch list right now already. I know it's early, but they might be going.
Okay, so you're applying pressure to some of the boys already in your team.
They need a good week, yeah. I've said it this week in training. They need a big game on Saturday or Sunday, wherever they're playing. They need a big game.
How do you want to respond to these statements that, listen, you come fourth last season, I come third, but you were probably about 120 points behind me. Never in the title race, never even in the top three race. Question marks over his temperament, tends to take hits and fits of rage, normally on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Sunday. How are you going to address those issues going forward this season?
I've got routines in that. You know, it's calm. What can be, you know, it can be stressful as well. I'm ignoring some people this year. Yeah, I'll be recovering, right? I'm ignoring some people this year. They're not gonna be able to get hold of me for a few days, depending on the week. That's fine. Right. If I got to do that,
airplane mode, ice baths, recovery shorts.
Yeah, I'll get my Normatex on. Yeah. After these weeks, but
shout out Normatex, by the way. Right.
Are we going on to you?
We're going to go on to my team. I'm next. 83. Obviously, you're showing off. I'm behind you already. But that's a good week. Listen, we're in week one. Onana in goal. Oh, na. Saliba. Everyone's telling me that I had Gabriel from day one, but we've exchanged drafts. That's not true. I've had Saliba from day one. Absolute Rolls Royce. Estepinian. He looks like a left forward. so I'm happy with that. We got the same back line, but I've got Chilwell who scored 7 on the bench. Bit annoying, but no regrets really. Wouldn't cost me too much. The problem I've got in this team, we have quite similar teams. I've got Odegaard, Bruno and Rashford. I've got double United. It was so bad. Did you watch the game? It was so bad Monday night.
I did. Not sure about that. I know you've basically copied me for everything else, which is fair enough. And then you've tried to put your own spin on it. And your own spin, I don't know where that spin's gone. But you know what? This week, big week for them. I don't know. What are you going to do? They got to go. For me, he won't be there. He ain't going to be there much longer if he carries on.
He was playing up front. I've heard that he doesn't want to play up front. He wants to play wide left. I thought Garnacho was horrendous. And Bruno was playing in the 8 with Mount, who was poor. I don't know. They were dreadful. I think they got Tottenham away. And we'll have that team attacking. I don't know for sure, but I think they got Tottenham away or home. Probably away because they were at home this week.
Yeah,
worrying. But yeah, both of them got 3.
You're worried.
That was a bit. Obviously, you've got Salah, so you've gone in quite a lot on one player. So my trade-off was Bruno and another player, and Bruno didn't produce. So yeah, but let's listen. 83 points. We're off to a good start. Let us take us on to the man who's not here. And what do you think about him not turning up and texting me 5 minutes before recording saying I can't come on?
I can see why he didn't turn up. I can fully see why he didn't bother coming in. I wouldn't have bothered.
Well,
why would you come
77's a good score. He's in 16th. Early days, Lofty. Like, you're riding the wave of emotion so high. Never too high, never too low. Surely you've been in football long enough. Talk me through his team and your opinions of him.
Honestly, see what I pointed out on the right about getting ahead of the curve? That's exactly what he did with De Bruyne. He tried to get ahead of the curve. I told him, why are you doing that? And look at him. I do try and help him. Like, I do try and give him some pointers. I know he won the league once, COVID year, no fans in it. Right, fair enough. I forgot about it. History. I forgot about it. I don't care anymore. But who else did he have in there? Gabriel as well. Is that what he had? Did he have Gabriel?
He didn't. No, he's had Shaw. Listen, the big problem he's got is sitting right in the middle. Why? It's an interesting pick. 10.5 mil from a man who
just come back from injury,
in the Champions League final. Yeah.
I didn't think he'd play. He's played. Clearly a risk. And then now it's looking like -4.
He's waited for the team to come out. He's seen De Bruyne. He's gone, let me get ahead of the curve. It's a straight road. And it's backfired. Listen, sometimes you've got to start the season just on that straight road. Like the Roman roads. Straight roads all the way up to Leeds where you are. Don't need to go up the M40. Don't need to go up to flipping Ipswich and East Anglia. Just straight up.
Yeah.
But like I said, you're digging him out a lot. 77's a good score. Not looking pretty on the table, but it's very, very, very early days.
Because I haven't actually looked that far. I don't scroll that far. And I'm not going to do that this year either. I'm not going to scroll. So that would require me scrolling to get there. Yeah. I ain't going to have a look there. Now they believe us. Fucking hell. Honest to God. You know what? Fair play to him. I hope he bounces back. But you know what? I like it when he's like this because he'll be playing it off like it's not a problem, but he's got big problems. He's got massive problems. Yeah, he has. Because I know he wants certain people in, and he's got to take hits and that already. And when you get into that, get to that rhythm, that ain't doing anyone no favours. So I like to see him when he's down bad.
Right, game week 2, game week 1, 3 good scores. You're ahead. You're third in the league. You're top. You had Triple City, that's why you had Foden. Foden's an interesting one. Talk to me about Foden. I thought he got in some very good areas.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. What I saw from him. He was getting, it obviously wasn't coming off. This is what I mean. It was a bit like Salah. It didn't always come off, but he's always in the right areas. I'd rather that. And I think De Bruyne being injured now, I'm not saying he's going to directly play there. There's one less player for that starting 11.
He's playing
Tommy.
there tonight.
That's what I mean. Well, they better win then. Otherwise,
Kovacic, Rodri holding. Palmer, Grealish on the wings. Obviously the Norwegian giant up front, and Foden in the 10.
I like that. If he plays that on when they play Sunday, might be Sunday.
I'm not sure. Newcastle at home.
Yeah. If he can nail that one down, I think Foden's got a nailed down position. I see someone saying this. I think it was.
It's a big season for him, though, right? Like,
yeah, I think it is.
I think 23.
Yeah, I think he is quality. Like, honestly, I think he's unreal. But he hasn't really nailed down one spot. He can kind of do them all, but I always feel like he needs to nail one down and make it like his rather than being able to play everywhere, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I think I think in the 10 it could be it, to be honest. So it would be interesting to see going forward.
They've gone from having a crazy strength in depth to they look quite slim. Obviously, centre half and defenders, they've got plenty of them, but midfield is quite light. Lost Gundogan, Mahrez. Like Mahrez, I know he's not affecting the 11, but how many times did he just play like 35 games a season, score like 25 goals, 20 goals?
Yeah.
Like he's
a joke.
Play in the Champions League, he'd score. Like play him in a game against Burnley at home, he'd score. Like I don't know.
A bit of a strange one to not replace like straight away. You'd think they would do that, but
well, Palmer's starting tonight, so maybe he thinks he's ready to step up. God knows how much he is. That's a proper differential. But we've got your differential in front of us here. Go on, talk us through. You are, I'd say, in the minority of having Salah in your team this week. Biggest point scorer, Salah, at home to Bournemouth.
He skip. And I like how not a lot of people have him as well. It feels like there's a little bit of a split with him. But now I've got him. Yeah, I hope he don't let me down. I don't think he will. I really don't.
Didn't they win 9-0 last time? I remember coming in from my game watching 9-0. I had him skipper. I was like, oh.
Yeah, didn't do anything.
Looked at it. Nothing. How?
Won't happen again.
Yeah.
Won't happen again.
No, I'm trying to hide my fear of that fixture. Go on, talk us through your differential as well.
I've gone a Wonyi.
Early kickoff. Friday
not
night.
Highly owned. Yeah, Friday night. I think Forest look quite good, to be honest. Not like they're going to be challenging for it.
Arsenal.
I think for the most part they looked all right.
You see Elanga, second half?
Hey, he looked quick for that goal, especially.
Could be a very good signing.
But I just think him against Sheffield United, he actually could get a few.
Do you think Sheffield United are going to struggle this season?
Yeah, I think them and Luton are really going to struggle.
No assets you're looking at. No Lundstrom.
Nah,
FPL royalty.
Yeah, he was good that year. But I don't know. I can see. I think Forest are. I think they're a level above, like even them. Do you know what I mean? So I think
I'm not sure.
I think he could get a few goals. I think he can get a couple goals. I think Forest are going to struggle as well. But
let me tell you, he definitely falls under the differential shout. How selected percentage-wise do you think he is in the game? A Wonyi.
1% less.
0.8.
Yeah, there you go.
0.8%. It's a bit of a
scored
punt.
First game.
It's a bit of a punt. He's got United, Chelsea. Listen, United away, Chelsea away, Burnley home, City away.
Listen, it's just for this week. It's not.
Listen,
for
if you want a
long
free
term.
hit, guy, you want a free hit, get a Wonyi. That's what Lofty's saying.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Go on, watch list. Talk us through the rest of your picks.
He could come to me very soon. Matters. He could be in very soon.
Why?
He looked good for them. I think it's like they're playing through him. Now, kind of Kane's moved on, and I think he's quality anyway. Matters. So.
What about a delivery?
He might come in. Might come in next week.
He's on all set pieces. The delivery for that goal, for Romero's goal, unbelievable.
It's a joke.
No wonder he got flipping concussion. He's whipped the hell out of it.
Yeah, he's whipped him into concussion, mate. I mean,
And then
he's on the.
Yeah, go on.
He is. I'm saying he's on the list. He was just always involved in that. I liked the areas he was picking up and stuff. So on the watch list.
Oh, this is FPL blasphemy. What you've put next?
Yeah. They won't agree
Flop
with this.
of
They'll
the
hate
week.
this.
Listen to this, guys. Stop what you're doing and listen to this. Flop of the week. Haaland.
Blank. I think he's going to blank this week. I think it's going to really hurt a few. Because you're probably going to captain him. Who else are you going to captain, really? Newcastle.
He'll be skipped.
What have I said about Newcastle? You pulled it up in the clip. I said they're proper side. I think that's going to be a tough game. Very tough game.
I know, and they're playing tonight. Recovery.
And they're playing tonight. There you go.
Stick Haaland in the Normatex tonight and we'll be fine. I'll talk through mine.
It looks like a blank.
I'm scared of Salah. I am scared of Salah.
I'm
well
glad
done for riding it out. Yeah, Salah, biggest point scorer. Jota, I think that's a great differential shout. If maybe you want to switch a midfielder, or like Jacob, you got an injured midfielder, Jota, I like. Where do you think he starts? Did he start the last game? He did ahead of Darwin.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Just don't know if he knows his strongest like front three.
Where do you sit?
I told you Gakpo play. I did say
Where do you sit on the argument that, like, obviously with extra time, stoppage time, things like that? Now, even Jota doesn't start. I mean, even at Wolves, sometimes he didn't start, and 30 minutes was enough for him to get it. He could come on and still get 2 goals. Like, in some fixtures.
He could, but I'd rather not wait. That I do things to my blood pressure that I'm not trying to do. So
and that team sheet comes in.
Exactly, that's what I mean. I don't need people sending it me. So
yeah, Jota is
a good shout. It is a good shout.
3% owned. My watch list, and listen, he's coming in as soon as that final whistle goes against West Ham at the Olympic Stadium. Jackson, I like him. I like him a lot. We discussed him in pre-season. I like him. I see him in America. And I think now, with Caicedo coming in, Enzo's going to play further forward. And he likes to play forward, Enzo. And Jackson is just ready to run in behind all the time. Something we've not had Chelsea for flipping ages. We've had everyone coming towards the ball. Havertz, Mount, Pulisic. It's been crap. So Luton at home is game week 3. Listen, he's coming in quickly. Flop of the week. I saw Isak went up in price, so a lot of people are buying him. And I think, if I'm right in saying, if I get the forwards up here, we sort by percentage. He's the 4th highest picked player. Forward, sorry. 23.4% owned.
I just don't think
riser.
now's the time to get him. I'm not saying he's not good. I mean, if you didn't start with him, I wouldn't get him now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will look at him. Don't get me wrong, I will look at him. Look, I'm just looking at Jacob. Like, I can't stop looking at his. He wants me down so bad, doesn't he? Salah flop. He doesn't even believe that. I wish he was here. What? I can see why he had turned up.
Listen, honestly. It's a shocking form from him. Shocking form. Oh my god, he's actually broken the rules a little bit, but I thought it was far worse. When he put the Mbermo differential shout, that's not a differential, is it?
I mean, just let him.
But
he's
10.2%. I thought it'd be far more. He's 10.2% owned. So, to be fair, it's kind of differential. He's got Fulham away. Fulham looked pretty poor. I'm going to say pretty poor because Everton had loads of chances against them. Morpie missing basically them all. But yeah, Brentford looked all right. Scored 2 goals against Tottenham. And Burmo, he's gone for Jackson as well. Don't blame him. And then, Salah.
And the last one is just hope, isn't it? Like, that's just clutching at the straws. That I don't even know. That's not even straws. That's clutching at air. You can't clutch at air. Your hand will just go through it. It's just like
I think he's trying to ruffle a few feathers there, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what he's on about. But we'll see. It will break his heart.
Yeah. Look, this is what happens when people don't turn up. Do you think, also, let's talk about this, the politics of this. Maybe it's a move. Maybe a move's been pulled on us. He hasn't turned up because he doesn't want to reveal his future plans and what he's going to do next week. He plays dirty like that, doesn't he?
No, he is. He's a dark arts player. But I'll show mine. I'm not bothered. I want everyone to see it and try and, get to something close. That's fine.
Go on then. What are your thoughts? Are you rolling? Are you making moves? What are you doing?
No, don't need to. Done well enough. You don't go drop a good team.
That's a roll. That's a signal for roll. That's a signal that's a signal for sub.
Let's keep going, lads. I put Turner in goal. Not sure about United.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At all. That's the only change. That's a sub. But everyone else, just keep doing what you've been doing.
What are you saying? Just like,
and I'll be happy.
Good start to the season. No need to make drastic changes. Just if it's not broke.
Same team. Same tactics.
Yeah. Listen, I'm rolling as well. But like I said, I've got 2 Man United midfielders away at Spurs. Listen, Spurs are I think Spurs will concede quite a few goals this season, the way Postecoglou plays, but it's definitely something I'm trying to keep an eye on. Maddison, I think Spurs' fixtures change. He could be an easy swap for one of those guys. But Jackson, I'm rolling and I'm looking to get Chelsea players in ASAP. Jackson definitely coming in, but I'd have to get rid of Pedro. So in some ways, I hope Pedro struggles this week, but yeah. Jacob hasn't bothered to turn up and is withholding his information. He did send me a message. Do you want to hear the message?
What do you say?
Well, what do you want, the excuse or his possible moves?
I don't want the excuse, just the move.
Okay. I said, hello, mate. Okay, fine. Have you got any planned transfers this week which I can mention? In brackets, I'm not copying, I'm rolling the transfer. Laugh emoji. Doesn't even have to be the actual thing you're doing, just solving your De Bruyne dilemma. He's given me 5 words. Diaz, Salah, Mbuemo, and James. Thoughts?
He plays so many mind games. I don't know what's wrong with him. But
have you got another source?
Well, I don't know. It just sounds like all it sounds like to me is hit. Because he ain't doing that just off the bat. So go ahead, mate. Just take 4 off what he got this week, and then just go from that. Because he's gonna take one. In no way, he don't take one. So
if it's Salah, then
I'll just mention. I know because I know you probably haven't mentioned this, but head-to-head league. Is there any mention of that?
Nah.
Yeah, well, I did win my game as well. I was just against Lux. Just want to let that known. I'm top of that as well. Joint top. We got 6 people in the head-to-head league.
It's called the Super Lit League, as in the Super League, because there was a break. There was meant to be a break off. 6 strong players. Well, when I say strong,
it was meant to be the top 6, but only me and you, I think, made it last year. Don't know about anyone else. Funny that. But anyway, don't matter. People who back themselves are in it. And I've won the first game of that as well.
Is Shep still at Brackley?
Yeah.
Tough exit in the playoffs last season. Overcame him 86-81. I'll put a little segment in for the Super 6 League this season. Listen, friend of the pod, Jack Rolls, he got turned over. He got rolled over quite easily. 68-83. He's a newcomer. He'll learn, Lofty. He's got to learn. The only beauty of the head-to-head league is that you can actually catch up quickly rather than like a big running table, which the normal ones are. If you're behind and have a bad 10 game weeks, then you're struggling. But yeah, Rolsey easily swatted away. And then Jacob lost narrowly to Neem, who we definitely need to get on because he had title race heartbreak last season. But yeah, we want to get loads of characters on this season, don't we?
We will. We'll get a few of them on because it's good to hear from them when they want to show their faces, when they want to come out of cracks. Because I'll be here because I've faced the music. I don't mind. I'll do that.
I'm really looking forward to one of your rants this season.
I don't know about that. Yeah, they will come, but there's nothing to go off about right now. I'm in a good place. I'm going to keep calm this year until it starts getting out of hand, if it does, which I don't know if it will. I feel confident, so.
Jack Rolls is 29th out of 34 players.
Pants. But
baptism of fire, that's what we call that.
Yeah, it's not great. Don't know how it'll get on, but I'm not really bothered.
Yeah, listen, we're both rolling the transfer. Jacob, if it's Salah, I think he'll go Salah and take a -4. He'll captain Salah. And yeah, but listen, everything's gone swimmingly well this week. We're at the half-hour mark, which is quite a nice time to end. Listen, good start from you. Yeah, GG's. Keep it going. Salah captain. I'm sure I'll be getting some gifts off you.
Keep it going to me?
Yeah.
You don't even mean it. Don't say things that you don't mean, please.
Tends to make rookie errors. And what was it word for word? It was. Let me go back.
There we go.
Back.
It's alright.
Tends to take hits in fits of rage. Question marks over temperament.
It's not even on that screen, so that's fine. I know it is.
It'll take time.
Look at the man in that picture. He looks focused.
Listen, Lofty, good luck game week 2. And we will see you next week, hopefully with Jacob. Have a good one.
Good
luck Saturday if you play.
You too. Cheers.
Nice
You
one.
too. Appreciate it.